You're taking a live look around our live camera network, obviously seeing plenty of sun out there, a little chilly still, but rather seasonal for this time of year. I mean, we really couldn't ask for a more normal forecast, at least for today. Comes on the heels of a pretty warm and breezy day yesterday, but things calm, just a little cooler, but equally sunny. I mean, beautiful under Queen's Gate Cam. You can kind of see they're starting to get the new Cincinnati sign on the convention center up and running. So that's something to kind of look forward to as we watch our Queen's Gate camera. But again, watching the forecast now, pretty big changes on the horizon. We'll start by tracking the return of some rain. We're going to track a couple rounds of rain as we step into the 7-day forecast. The first one going to be arriving tomorrow. The second one, that one's going to be late Saturday evening, borderline Sunday morning. So we've got a few first alert weather days here. We're going to start by unpacking each and every one of those and giving you guys the update on really if there's any changes, which the only big change that I'm seeing here is for Friday, which right now the trend is leaning on the drier side. That's the trend. We're still tracking the possibility of storms. It's also going to be quite breezy in the afternoon outside of showers and thunderstorms. Sunday, temperatures after that morning batch of rain, they're going to be tumbling. We're talking the 40s for the afternoon on Sunday. Wind chills in the 30s. Not going to be pleasant to be outside Sunday. As we see temperatures drop later on in the evening, that is when we are tracking the transition from light rain to flurries. This is going to happen north of Cincinnati first, and then here in Cincinnati, seeing the main chance for snow flurries in the forecast on Monday. And that's because we're holding on to really cold air. We're going to do that for Monday, even a little bit of Veterans Day too. But Monday, first alert weather day, more impact in the cold, I'd say, rather than the chance for snow, because for this time of year, in order for the snow to stick, especially to the roads, you need it to be cold for a good period of time. It's not to say the snow won't stick to like the rooftops, the grasses, metal surfaces, maybe the lawn chairs, things like that, but the roads, the sidewalks, the pavement might just be a little too warm for any snow to accumulate there, but we'll still see the flurries here in Cincinnati, and again, pretty cold with temperatures dropping into the 30s. For the afternoon highs. The mornings are going to be real cold into the 20s. But today is not a first alert weather day. It's beautiful, seasonal, comfortable, 59 your forecast high here in Cincinnati. Plenty of sun is going to take us there. We're going to go ahead and actually show you what the temperatures look like right now at 12:04, which middle 50s right now. We're expecting some of us to get really close to 60, if not touch 60 degrees this afternoon. We just don't have the strong southwesterly breeze that we were tracking yesterday to get us near 70. We'll take it though, seasonal, and things are looking good. Tomorrow, that's when things are starting to change a little bit for the rainy side. However, even in our forecast, we're starting to adjust the details a little bit more, and some of the models that I'm seeing and tracking here are favoring a little bit more dry time in Friday, which means breezy. I'm still seeing the breezes. It's still going to be windy outside, but the chance of showers and storms has actually dropped a little bit. You'll see it here in your weather timeline coming up in just a few minutes. I want to show you though, even though the chance for some storms has dropped just a little bit, the storms that we do see could still pack a punch. So the severe risk for Friday on a scale of 1 to 5, it's at a 1, a marginal risk for severe weather. It's fairly isolated and geared towards the southeastern part of the Fox 19 viewing area. You can see there the dark green. So very southeastern Hamilton County, most of Claremont, most of northern Kentucky for that matter, and then all of our eastern counties, basically out towards Brown, Adams, and Highland counties. Just need to be a little extra aware of the possibility of some of these winds could be gusting up to and beyond severe limits, which would be 60 miles per hour. Again, it's fairly isolated and really dependent on if we get the storms, which again, the chance of storms has backed off a little bit. But again, still want to give you guys that first alert that any storms that we do see do run the risk of being on the strong to severe side. chance of precip. So this time yesterday, Friday was at an 80%, now it's at a 60%. And if the trend remains our friend, then we'll continue to see this drop. We'll let you guys know coming up on Fox 19 at 3, of course, when the new data starts coming in, what things look like for tomorrow. It's still a first alert weather day because we're still hanging on to the chance of showers and storms, especially southeast of Cincinnati. Saturday, that's your pick day of the next few, especially your weekend, in which temperatures are going to be warmer in the low 60s. It's not going to be too windy outside. You'll see a little bit of sun. It's going to be mainly cloudy, though, ahead of a couple of first alert weather days. And that's because late Saturday evening, we're tracking the return of another batch of rain. So that's two, one on Friday and one overnight into Sunday. 2 rounds of rain. That's really going to knock down temperatures. And that's why I put the little icon there, the snow, the little bit of rain icon, the wintry mix icon, I should say, because late Sunday into Monday, the temperatures will be cold enough to allow our first snowflakes of the season. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and track this and show you guys what it looks like on your weather timeline. Again, this is one model run of several that we look at here at Fox 19. And especially when it comes to storms, we can see, in storms during the fall, I should say, we do see a lot of variation in the models. So we're hanging on to the chance of storms, but you're going to notice, especially if you've been tuning in over the last few days, that the chance of storms has really backed off. We're still hanging on to rain chances by the late morning. We get you into 3 o'clock. Notice that line of showers and storms is really favoring southeast of Cincinnati. So far, in fact, that this model is picking up on all dry time for the afternoon here in Cincinnati. But notice by about 4, that line of showers and storms, it does become a little bit more defined, well organized. It'll be at its strongest around 5 to 6, and then it'll sail east of the area and away from us by about 6 to 7. Again, one model run of many, but hopefully the trend remains our friend, in which we start to see a little bit more dry time and certainly less potential for something strong to severe. Again, that's Friday's first alert weather day. It's still going to be breezy outside of that, and it's still going to be a little bit more mild in the afternoon. Same with Saturday, not super breezy. The wind will be noticeable, but low 60s. I'm showing you a few pieces of information in this version, if you will, of the weather timeline, because the story of what kind of precipitation we see is entirely based off of the temperature. So, of course, I want to show you guys what the temperature, the wind chill, is going to look like as we step into your Sunday. Because, Saturday, it looks good. And then we start to get later into Saturday. Clouds will keep us from getting too cold. Again, this round that I'm seeing here is all rain. It'll sail through pretty early Sunday morning. We're still going to hang on to light rain chances. But as the day goes on Sunday, temperatures are actually going to drop and wind chills are going to remain quite cold in the 30s, maybe even the low 30s, northwest of Cincinnati. You see up towards Connorsville and Beatsville. And then as the sun sets Sunday evening, temperatures are going to drop, so are the wind chills, and yeah, that rain will turn to snow. It really depends on how long we hang on to the precip chances, and of course, it depends on how quickly we see these temperatures cool down. But these temperatures are well within the range of snowfall, so I'm not too concerned about the possibility of snow at this point. It's just a matter of if we expect the snow to accumulate, which, because I'm seeing snow even continuing through the mid-morning, you could expect some accumulations on the grasses, the rooftops, maybe your car as well, the metal surfaces if you have a table outside. As far as the roads and the sidewalks go, it takes a lot longer for those surfaces, like asphalt and pavement, things like that, to really get cold enough. And we just haven't been cold for very long, right? Whereas the grass, the metal, even plastic, it can cool down pretty quickly, and so you might see some light accumulations on those surfaces compared to something like the roads. However, something I will be watching, and all of us here at 19 are going to be watching too, any snow that does fall and melt on the roads does run the risk of maybe a little bit of light freezing overnight because of temperatures in the 20s and wind chills in the low 20s. So we can't rule out some patches of fairly light ice, like a glaze of ice. Again, that's really dependent on the rain chances Sunday evening and then also the snow chances in the morning too. So yeah, starting to talk a little bit more about the winter weather hazards stepping into your Monday morning, and throughout the day Monday, the temperatures will warm up and we'll start to feel a little bit better too. As far as the rest of your 7-day goes, we'll get to that here in just a second. I want to go ahead and talk to you guys real quick in the comments, see if we have any questions rolling on in. JD is tuning in. How are you doing today? What's the weather for Canton? Have a great day and a good night. Thanks, JD. You too. I'm doing well. Weather for Canton tomorrow morning. I would assume it's probably similar to us here, looking at cloudy skies and temperatures in the mid to low 40s. But thank you for tuning in as always. Let's get to that 7-day forecast, shall we? Because there's a lot to unpack. I'll start with today. Upper 50s, seasonal, comfortable. Stepping into tomorrow, we're going to see clouds thicken overnight, so I'm not worried about a frozen, frosty start for your Friday, middle 40s. And despite the chance of storms and showers, it's still going to be quite breezy for Friday. It's still a first alert weather day because of the possibility of storms in the afternoon and into your evening, especially southeast of Cincinnati. Saturday, your pick day of the weekend, and for most of the 7-day forecast for that matter, because it's looking mostly dry during the daylight hours. This extends into the FC Cincinnati match in the evening because the rain is mainly favoring overnight into Sunday. This could speed up. We'll let you know if this happens. Temperatures overnight into Sunday pretty level, around 50 degrees with that rain coming on in. Now Sunday itself, temperatures dropping from the 50s in the morning to the 40s in the afternoon. It's going to be breezy to accompany any of the light rain throughout the day. So wind chills in the 30s, temperatures in the 40s. First alert weather day because of how uncomfortable it's going to be outside. And then as we roll into the evening, temperatures are going to be dropping into the 20s overnight into Monday, which means any rain that is left over will be making the transition into some snow. Our first snow of the season. We'll hang on to the snow chances into your Monday morning. We're going to watch out for you guys. That Monday morning commute will likely be affected by the chance for snow, if not the wet roads as well. Tuesday, Veterans Day, 42 degrees. The morning is going to be cold. If there are ceremonies you're attending or hosting in the morning, it's going to be cold if you're hosting them outside. It's also going to be a little bit breezy that day. So Tuesday, while afternoon highs are in the low 40s, it'll still feel like the 30s with that wind. But look at Wednesday. Back into the middle 50s. It's as if that taste of winter never happened. And we're going to hang on to above normal temperatures for the rest of that 10-day forecast. So it is just a taste of winter that I'm tracking, but it's pretty impactful because it's going to affect your Monday morning commute more than anything else here in your 7-day forecast. All right, no other questions coming on in this afternoon, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here, crunch some new numbers, and get you that timeline, that updated forecast for Friday, and the chance of snow stepping into your Sunday evening. But for now, signing off here in Queens, Meteorologist Erin Ashley. Have a great rest of your Thursday.